So here we are now in the Christian season of Lent 2019. So it's time to talk about the resurrection of Jesus. It's a miracle, so we're told by the Christians. So it's really no use to talk to them about the science of it all and try to refute it on the basis of science. We know that the earth is not flat. We know that the sun does not orbit the earth. We know that bodies do not come back to life after 3 or 4 days. But Christians tell us it's a miracle, and they believe it on that basis. But the resurrection of Jesus is bad theology. And the resurrection stories are typical folklore that collapse on close examination. I'm going to do 5 brief episodes on the resurrection, and in this first one today, I pose the question, what happened to the body of Jesus after he left the tomb? We read in the first chapter of the book of Acts that after 40 days he ascended through the clouds. He disappeared. The first Christian martyr, also reported in the book of Acts, says that he sees Jesus sitting in heaven. This was possible in first century thinking. People went to the tops of mountains to get closer to God, who was just a few miles overhead. But we now know that that's not how the cosmos is built. The British scholar A.N. Wilson has pointed out that if Jesus made it up out of the Earth's atmosphere, he would have passed into orbit. So Christians, come to terms with it. We can be 100% sure that the body of Jesus never left planet Earth. So believers have a forced choice. Jesus is still in orbit, awaiting the right moment to return, and most people sense that this is pretty silly, or Jesus died again. His body never left the planet. He died again if Christians insist that he died a first time, and he was buried again. So guess what? The New Testament has not been honest with us. It is guilty of a cover-up. It gives us fantasy folklore about the end of Jesus' life. Hey, let's be honest. The New Testament has passed on a lie. My plea to Christians is to please read the Gospels carefully, meticulously, critically. When they do that, chances are they'll be stumped. Hey, wait a minute. This doesn't make sense. Scholar Randall Helms has said that the Bible is a self-destructing artifact. The resurrection ascension story is a good example of this. It self-destructs on close examination. In the next episode, we'll go more deeply into the bad theology of the resurrection.